first half.
And Mike Shanahan's upset they can't get Mario Williams blocked. That was his play again.
2-minute warning with the Texans leading the Broncos.
It used to be easy to name college football's greatest play. But now there's a new contender to the crown.
Throws it over the middle, complete to Thompson. Thompson looking for a block. He laterals it to Curry, and Curry laterals it again, and it's caught again. And Tomlin now on the lateral, and now the lateral to Thompson, and he laterals it back to Maddox on the other side. Maddox looking for a block. He fakes the lateral to Curry. Now he laterals it to Curry. Curry's at the 49-yard line. He's dancing around. He throws it back now to Maddox, who throws it across the field to Barmore. Barmore looking to run. He's looking for a block. He's got a convoy. He's going to throw it to Thompson. Thompson's at the 30-yard line. Thompson now laterals it back to Curry at the 35. They're running out of spaces. Curry fakes. He's going to lateral it to Tomlin. Tomlin's got a chance to go. Tomlin's got a chance to go. He laterals it. Now he's going to go to Maddox. Maddox at the 30-yard line, and now it's a lateral, and Curry's still going.
No way!
Curry's
No way!
It's
a touchdown! It's a touchdown!
Scores! The game is over!
See all the best college football action live on NASN.
Pleasant mid-December night in the Bayou City, Houston, Texas. Look at the skyline of Houston. And inside Reliant Stadium, the home team has the lead with 2 minutes left in the first half.
And we can't forget this is an elimination game basically for one of these two teams, so a lot on the line for them tonight.
On 2nd and 9, Cutler backing up. Has the ball almost intercepted by Demps, who pounds the turf in frustration. Just about picked it off, and that was one of those backpedaling throws you shouldn't make.
Well, that time Moreland Greenwood essentially is going to come out underneath this play and just take it away. He's going to see the receiver coming underneath. He's going to bang him right at that 5-yard area. And I don't think Jay Cutler ever saw it. He was expecting his receiver to dip back underneath, and he never got there.
Demps had a golden opportunity there, but couldn't make the play. On 3rd and 9, Cutler under pressure, throws incomplete. DeMarco Ryans coming on the middle linebacker blitz. DeMeco Ryans got right in the face of Cutler, who had to throw it quickly and off target, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Eric Pierce was fooled on that one. He thought the pressure was going to come to his right, and instead DeMeco Ryans comes inside, and they came with a zone blitz back the other way, dropped the end off, and just fooled Pierce on that one.
Todd Sauerbrunn will punt. Jacoby Jones, the deep man for the Texans. Sauerbrunn booms it, but short. And Jones catches it as he rushes up at the 25-yard line. Went high, but not very deep. And let's go down to the sideline and Adam Schefter. Adam.
Thanks so much, Tom. Last week, the NFL fined Mike Shanahan $25,000, and Peggy Shanahan informed Kyle Shanahan, the Texans wide receivers coach, that they cannot afford to buy him a Christmas present this year. So that's a tough loss for Kyle Shanahan. It's his 28th birthday tomorrow as well, so he's going to get shut out there as well. Fortunately for him, the Texans offense has not gotten shut out tonight.
All right, Adam. I like the muzzle rule that went into effect this week with all the family big family, reunion essentially for the Shanahan clan. But no talking about the game till afterwards.
It was funny. Kyle was saying he didn't even trust for his wife to talk to Peggy Shanahan, his mom, because she might give up some information.
Right. And he said he sure wasn't going to talk to his dad because his dad would try to wheedle something out of him for sure.
They're good people. They really are, all of them.
First down at the 25 for Houston. 1:43 left, a full complement of timeouts. Rosenfels under pressure. Incomplete, intended for Daniels, the tight end, as he went down under the Denver rush that time.
And Jamie Winborn did a nice job breaking underneath the coverage there. They bring him in. Winborn has done a great job with special teams for this team. And Ephraim Salam looks like he's limping around, and he struggles enough over there at that left tackle position against some speed guys. They do not need him out of the game. Not a lot of depth anymore on that offensive line. Fred Weary out with the leg injury. Steve McKinney, the center, out. They are, like a lot of teams at this time of year, the war of attrition starting to take some of the good ones.
Meanwhile, Sage Rosenfels, who hit his first 6 passes, is only connected on 2 of his last 11. Draw play. Darius Walker with a short gain.
Well, you wonder now, maybe does Denver start thinking about a timeout? I guess they have plenty of time.
Clock continues to roll now at 1:20. And the third down coming up. 3rd and long for the Texans. Ball at the Houston 27-yard line. Mike Shanahan, Gary Kubiak pacing the sidelines. Big 3rd down play here at the closing stages of the first half. Rosenfels throws underneath. Ouch. Walter hit hard by who else? John Lynch.
And now you get the timeout. A little difference, though, between the way Hamza Abdullah hit early in the game and what John Lynch just did. Now, you can say whatever you want. John Lynch is getting a little older. Maybe doesn't quite have the range. But if you come into the wheelhouse, he's going to take care of you. That is a huge shot. And give Walter a little credit for just hanging on to that one. Wow.
There's Lynch, who made the big hit. We asked him how much longer he would play, and he said, well, as long as he still had the passion for the game, he didn't want to be a marginal player, didn't want to come out or come in certain situations. As long as he could do that, retain his enthusiasm. And he said when the season's over, he'll make that decision. Like all players with children, he says he's missing all their games and things, and that'll impact his decision.
Hall of Famer, though, don't you think?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah, I do too.
First 3 and out of the game for the Texans. And after the timeout, Denver still has 56 seconds. Matt Turk punts it toward Martinez. Martinez says, get away from it. Bounces out of bounds with 47 seconds left. Davis Thomas will be talking to the guys at halftime from his home about the Patriots' run for perfection. 34 yards on that punt only. So Jay Cutler with 47 seconds, starting from his own 33.
Davis had to be a little nervous when they were back in Baltimore the other night playing against his old mates there. That was one whale of a football game. For my money, that was the game of the year so far. It looked like the Ravens were going to get him and end the streak. And boy, oh boy, that was, that was one of those windy nights, bad conditions, and you say maybe if the Patriots can be beaten because they're so dependent on the passing game now, it might take a nasty weather day to knock them off.
Cutler from the shotgun on first down. Underneath the coverage to Marshall. And Marshall continues to pile up the stats. Fred Bennett hit him. Here are the remaining games for NFL Network. Saturday, Bengals and 49ers, Steelers, Rams, Cowboys, Panthers, and put a circle around the Patriots and the Giants on the 29th. Brandon Marshall, sorry, Chris, now has 19 catches the last 2 games, or game and a half, really. Cutler tripped up as he tried to scramble free.
Looked like N.D. Kalu maybe come up there and got a little trip up. Oh, he tripped him. That actually could have been a penalty. He sticks his leg out and actually does trip Jay Cutler on that one. He wasn't in a position to make a tackle, and watch this one. Looks like one of those Tom Hammond tricks on the basketball court right there to me.
You keep pounding on me about basketball. I'm just simple. Put the ball in the hoop. Simple game. Seconds ticking away, and that'll do it. So no urgency that time for the Broncos after Cutler was stopped on the last play, and they'll let time run out to end the first half with the Houston Texans leading the Denver Broncos 10-6. The Wendy's halftime report. They're getting ready down on the field. They'll be with you in a moment.
The hard-hitting action of American football continues on NASN, the home of the NFL. This week, we feature 4 of the classic clubs of the NFC. Live Sunday night, one of football's oldest rivalries writes another chapter when the Washington Redskins battle the New York Giants. Then on Monday, the Chicago Bears charge into action against the Minnesota Vikings. Redskins-Giants live Sunday night. Bears-Vikings live Monday night. The NFL on NASN.
For Wilson NFL and GST footballs and much more, visit NASN.com, your home for North American sports merchandise.
Hey there, Horners. Tony Reale here, floating an invitation your way to go around the horn weekdays right here on NASN, Europe's leading channel for North American sports. Feast your eyes on my band, the Merry Journalists, who contemplate, manipulate, debate the latest sports news from around the world. So, if you're a sports nutter, a novice, or just sleepless in Slough, you're sure to enjoy the banter. Don't miss Around the Horn right here on NASN. Horn! Cheerio!
Live NHL continues on NASN with a Hockey Night in Canada doubleheader. After a poor performance in November, Toronto traveled to Montreal, looking to get their season back on track with a win over the Canadiens. Then in the Western Division, Edmonton take on playoff contenders the Canucks. A live Hockey Night in Canada doubleheader this Saturday only on NASN.
Welcome to the Wendy's Halftime Show. Burgers always made to order, so they're hot and juicy. Wendy's, that's right.
And the Wendy's Halftime Show begins with the first half highlights of this game. Sage Rosenfels starting for the Texans in a very sage play, heady play, diving headfirst in the end zone to cap the opening drive for the Houston Texans. They go up 7-0 in a must-win game for them. The Texans are eliminated from the playoffs if they lose. Mario Williams with his sack of Jay Cutler there gives him a 10.5 sack amount on the season. But Jay Cutler leading the Cowboys back, the Broncos back down the field, almost picked off by Will Demps, who punishes himself on the sidelines by dropping down and giving some push-ups. He would have to do that a couple more times in the half, as Will Demps had Jay Cutler in his sights quite a bit in a briskly played first half, in which the Texans still have the only touchdown of the game. They're up 10-6 on the Denver Broncos in this kickoff to Week 15 of the National Football League. Steve Mariucci, your thoughts on the first half of this game?
Well, I'm impressed really with both defenses, but particularly the Houston Texan defense. They have some backup corners playing, and they're keeping the Denver Broncos out of the end zone.
I'm impressed with the Bronco defense. They made the necessary adjustments. Two interceptions could have been a difference maker in this game.
I'm disappointed in the fact that Denver offense, a lot of yardage, no touchdowns, like it's been all year. They can't fix the problem by getting the ball into the end zone. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back from Houston, we're going to chat with Adalis Thomas of the New England Patriots. There he is. Smile and wave, Adalis. You're next on the Wendy's Halftime Show.
Few players have ever entered the NFL surrounded by more hype and anticipation than Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush running like his feet are on fire. Takes it in.
As advertised, number 25 showcased his incredible athletic talent and his multi-dimensional abilities. Bush became the centerpiece in the New Orleans Saints' amazing rise from worst to first in the NFC South.
I was an offensive lineman for 4 years. I no longer wear pads, but I still carry a lot of weight on my shoulders.
There are over 380,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of them will be going pro in something other than sports.
Spend your holidays with us right here on NASN. The NFL regular season comes to an end with the league's top teams vying for playoff berths.
Pass into the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown.
We've got 15 bowl games leading to every BCS game live in January.
Touchdown, Ohio State.
And ring in the new year with a special live NHL doubleheader.
Scores!
The holidays have never looked brighter on NASN.
They can beat the New York Jets, and Adalis Thomas joins us right now from cold Massachusetts. Adalis, welcome to the Wendy's halftime show. We appreciate the time. So, Adalis, my first question. Oh, you bet. First question for you deals with the fact that you are playing the Jets. You're a man that speaks the truth. The Jets were the team that blew the whistle on your head coach, cost him $500,000. It cost the team a draft pick. It also placed in many people's minds an asterisk on the Patriots' previous accomplishments, as well as what's gone on since then. How much is that going to factor into your thinking and play when you and your teammates take on the Jets this weekend?
It's not going to factor in at all. We're just going out to play football. None of that really matters. Only thing that matters is when the whistle blows, and when the thing first goes in, you go out there, you play the game. But all the other stuff, we leave it up to the media and all the fans and all of them to fuss over. We're just going out there trying to get win number 14.
AD, this is prime. You seem like you're programmed now. I want to know how this programming works when you come to New England, because I know you like a book. I'm not saying you're looking ahead with the next two games, the Jets and Miami Dolphins, but your only formidable opponent is truly the New York Giants right here on this network. Do you guys ever just take a peek at the schedule?
I mean, actually, I think not, because I mean, if you look at like last year, I think it's in your division, it's Jets, and they came in and gave them a hard time last year, and so we're not into looking over opponents or disrespecting people. We're about going at it one game at a time, and in order to get to where we're going, we're trying to go 14-0.
Understood. Adalis, this is Marshall. I want to know this. How do you go up against a team, saying the Jets, knowing what you guys did against them the first time you played them? How do you not have a letdown? What do you do? What's going on in the locker room? What's coach saying? I mean, what's the ammunition, basically? Because these are games that are tough to get up for this time of year.
Well, I don't think that, I think the best thing for us is that humble pie that we get every Monday and Wednesday. And by the way, new shirts will be out next week, and I have them for you. I'll make sure I send y'all
Nice.
some. But I think it's just being a true professional, man. I think that we don't want to have that letdown, and we get ready to guard against that. And I think coach does a good job of preparing us for that. That going back and showing us all the things that we've done wrong. But the best thing about it is that we control our own destiny, and so we don't really have to worry about what someone else does. As long as we go out and we play well and we play our game, we'll win the game.
Dalius, Mariucci here. Roosevelt Colvin got hurt a while back. How did that affect you and your role on your defensive scheme in base and in nickel?
I think, you know, I moved to outside with Rosie when Rosie got hurt. But, you know, anytime you lose a player like Roosevelt Colvin, you're going to always miss him, you know. So everybody has to step their game of play up. As far as for me, though, I moved to the outside and moved to the edge as well in the sub package. And so those are the things that has changed for me. And so it gave me a chance to get out there and play a different position that I haven't played since I've been here. But it's been a lot of fun.
Dallas, your good friend Deion Sanders just accused you of being deprogrammed. How do you respond to that?
He knows that I'm still and nasty Unc is what he calls me.
You're not the same guy who barbecued over my home, at my home on Memorial Day. You're not that same guy. What happened to you,
How
man?
come I'm not? What you want to hear? What? You can't handle the truth, then, Brian. You want the truth?
There he is.
Right there. That's the guy.
There it is. All right, Dallas, good luck this weekend and the rest of the way, and we'll see you on December 29th here on NFL Network.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
There is a Dallas.
I'm going to kill you when I see you, Brian.
That's it for the Wendy's halftime show.
Thank you for watching the Wendy's halftime show. Burgers always made to order, so they're hot and juicy. Wendy's, that's right.
The hard-hitting action of American football continues on NASN, the home of the NFL. It's crunch time with the playoffs getting closer. Every game is critical in the hunt to advance. And this week, we feature teams with Super Bowl dreams. This Sunday, it's a live doubleheader. First up, the Jacksonville Jaguars battle the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then the Philadelphia Eagles take on the mighty Dallas Cowboys. Coverage begins with Sunday NFL Countdown, live this Sunday on NASN.
Greetings are different. The need to feel welcome is the same. You don't just stay here, you belong.
For Reebok official NFL jerseys and much more, visit NASN.com.
Live NHL continues on NASN with a Hockey Night in Canada doubleheader. After a poor performance in November, Toronto traveled to Montreal, looking to get their season back on track with a win over the Canadiens. Then in the Western Division, Edmonton take on playoff contenders the Canucks. A live Hockey Night in Canada doubleheader this Saturday only on NASN.
And welcome back to Houston. A hard-hitting first half between the Broncos and the Texans. Two teams that are trying to stay alive in their playoff hopes. The winner definitely will do that. Right now, the Texans leading 10-6. The way the game started, the Texans marching all the way down the field looked like they were primed for a great game, and then they kind of stalled since then. But their defense is holding Denver off.
Yeah, in the National Football League, it's not about how many yards you get or how many field goals you kick. It's do you score touchdowns. And right now, Houston defensively, led by Mario Williams, they're getting the job done in the red zone, and Denver keeps making mistakes, to tell you the truth, down there.
Well, Bryant Gumbel always likes to see the first half stats, and here they are. Bryant a little bit under the weather tonight, so Tom Hammond filling in for him. And he'll be back Saturday night for the Bengals and the 49ers in San Francisco. Tom Hammond, Chris Collinsworth here, and those are the halftime numbers.
Talked to Bryant. He sounded pretty good. He's said he ought to be fine, and sort of kicking the chair a little bit, wishing he were here, but
he's missed a pretty good one.
Yeah, he is. We'll see him on Saturday night with Marshall and Dion.
Second half kickoff, Chris Brown kicking to the Broncos into the end zone for the touchback. It was Martinez that let it go into the end zone. What about Cutler's first half?
Good, except not finishing it off. You know, they've had some opportunities in the red zone, and really I think both these offenses, you feel like they've had good days, but again, anybody can go between the 20s. Brandon Marshall can go anywhere. He's had a huge first half, 9 catches, and Mario Williams has really been all over Jay Cutler tonight, making plays, not only rushing the passer, but we've seen him play well against the run too.
Brandon Marshall had a career-high 10 catches last week. If he gets one more, he will be the first Bronco player to have back-to-back 10 reception games. And there's it. Brandon Marshall takes 3 players to push him out of bounds. Hutchins the first to hit him, but that's 10 receptions. The first Bronco player with back-to-back 10-catch games.
Yeah, and when the Broncos come out and throw it on first down, it makes it awfully tough. You see Houston bringing the safety down, that 8th man, and then it forces one-on-one coverage on the outside with Fred Bennett, the rookie, and Von Hutchins, and they're just not built that way right now. You know, they lose Dante Robinson, a great player at the cornerback position, so maybe first down throws might be the key here in the second half.
Selvin Young tripped before he made the line of scrimmage, then was covered for a loss on the play. And by the way, if you're wondering about the Broncos' single-game receiving record, it's 14 held by Rod Smith, the mentor for Brandon Marshall, who has a chance to beat it. And for those of you joining us on NFL.com and NFL Mobile, welcome to Thursday Night Football on NFL Network. Rod Smith on the sideline of Denver, and his protege already with 10 receptions early in the third. Cutler's pass is caught on the fly by Scheffler, and the big tight end rumbles for a first down before he's chased out of bounds by Marlon Greenwood.
Yeah, Scheffler described as a wide receiver and a big body to me by the Denver coaches. They picked up Daniel Graham in the offseason to be more of the blocking tight end. Of course, with Denver, you get so many of the stretch plays and the bootlegs off of it. They really felt like they had to have a guy like Graham to be able to get the edge blocking, but Scheffler's still the receiving tight end for this team.
First down, Broncos, 45-yard line. Handoff is to Young. And Young got about 3 yards, broke the first tackle from Charlie Anderson, and then Cochran got on him and got him down.
It's a good play, though, by Charlie Anderson. He got just enough of him to allow Cochran to get back into play. It was beginning to look like Selvin Young, with that quickness, was going to be able to bounce this one all the way outside, but Anderson gets enough of him to squeeze him back inside, and got a few friends coming in to help.
From the 49-yard line. Cutler's pass is caught. Brandon Marshall, catch number 11, first down, Denver.
And we talked a little bit about some of the issues that the Houston Texans have had in the secondary. I can't even document all the things that they've had to change back there. Glenn Earl started the season at safety, then he goes on IR with the Liz Frank of the foot. It's another guy coming in. He got hurt with a knee injury, of course, where he talked to. They've been in and out of guys in that secondary all season long. So many guys on IR now.
Selvin Young tried a little cutback, got a couple of yards. This is where the Denver drives have started to sputter so far in this game.
And we're starting to see the Broncos now trying to establish that running game more and more in the NFL. You'll see teams throw it in the first half, and then as those defensive linemen start to wear down a little bit, you know, in the second half, it just seems like those runs that weren't there in the first half suddenly start to pop.
Play action fake. Cutler steps up in the pocket. His pass on target. Caught by the tight end Scheffler, short of the first down.
Once again, you're seeing Cutler mature. Mario Williams was bringing pressure around the outside, and if Cutler did not step up that time, you would not have been able to see him escape in that situation. Mario Williams on the outside to the left is going to make another nice pass rush. Cutler steps up, drops his eyes down a little bit, finds the secondary receiver.
See the third down conversions, only 3 of 7. 3rd and 3. Cutler. Sacked by Williams, his second of the game. Mario Williams with a sack of Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler trying to make a quick throw there. It wasn't there. It looked like Tony Scheffler simply didn't see it coming. And at that point, Cutler really has no choice. When you go to those short drops, that time Mario Williams coming with the bull rush, but you really can't blame Matt Lepsis so much there. He was expecting that ball to be out of there, and then Cutler sort of ducked his head and tried to play turtle on that one and just couldn't get out of there.
No, not a good move, turtle. And 4th and 7, and Jay Cutler remains on the field. So Mike Shanahan going to go for it on 4th and 7 from the 38-yard line of the Texans. Cutler on 4th down, his pass caught by Young, but short of the first down. Good defense by Morton Greenwood. So the ball goes over as the Texans defense holds on 4th down.
From the people who brought you College Game Day and the worldwide leader in sports comes the biggest thing to hit college football in years, College Football Live. A new way to get your fix every weekday with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and packed full of previews and predictions. Get ahead of the game every weekday with College Football Live on NASN.
xgames.com is the year-round online destination for action sports from around the world. We've got the latest vids, bios, photo galleries, and news 24/7, 365. Moto, BMX, skate, rally, surf, and the exclusive home of the X Games. If it happened in the world of action sports, it'll be on xgames.com. Bookmark it and log on early and often. Anytime, any place. xgames.com.
Yes, it's a glove. It's a baseball glove. For Wilson gloves and much, much more, visit NASN.com, your home for North American sports merchandise.
Hey, Horners, you know, you can get all your American sports fix daily right here on NASN, Europe's channel for North American sports. Join me and this merry band of journalists as we chew up,
David
spit out all the sports news of the day.
Why do you stop
around
breaking
the
matches
horn.
at noon?
Exclusively on NASN. Hort!
Cheerio, Flo.
The Christmas edition of the Raging Bull. Jay Cutler hot as he left the field that last time as they send the ball over to the Texans on downs. So first down, Houston with a handoff to Darius Walker. Actually, it was Ron Dane with the run, and a pretty nice run on first down for the big man Ron Dane, the '99 Heisman winner. And let's go down to the field now and join Adam Schefter once again.
Thanks so much, Tom. Denver's been riddled with injuries all year long, and it's no different tonight. Their tight end, Daniel Graham, suffered a left ankle injury. He will not return. They're starting outside linebacker Ian Gold, a right knee injury. He also is out for the game.
You know, Tom, which brings up the argument, are these Thursday night games this late in the season a little more dangerous for the players on short rest?
Ron Dane chugs ahead for a first down, nudging the ball into Denver territory.
Nico Ryan's one of the outstanding young players in this league. Didn't get a chance to practice a lot this week because of a knee injury, but their coaches were absolutely confident that he was going to show up. They said, we have seen him injured a lot worse than that and play on Sunday afternoons. He is going to be headed to Hawaii a whole bunch of times before his career is over.
First down play, Rosenfels fakes, steps up in the pocket. Just a little short completion to Dane, with a man all over him, and Dane able to get to midfield for the Texans.
Now, one of the things that's been happening here a little bit, the reason the Broncos have been playing better of late, is that the Texans have not been able to run the football quite as effectively. And when you talk to Mike Sherman, their offensive coordinator, he said it's one of the things that really killed us when Amon Green went out of the lineup. He was our explosive player back there, the free agent that came over from the Green Bay Packers. And when the threat of his big plays went away, it just seemed like we didn't have quite as great an opportunity with play action.
Saw the rushing yards so far today. Here's Dane getting the call again. Turns out a couple of tough yards.
And Dane's a guy that's, remember him from the New York Giants.
Right.
They kept trying to make him into a big fullback type of guy, and he just was never that. You know, because he has such a big body and he very seldom gets tackled for a loss, but you just don't see the sort of explosive plays out of him that you see out of Amon Green. And the question has to be raised, was it a good decision to bring over a 30-year-old running back and expect him to play? He has not made it into the fourth quarter of a game so far this season. Certainly talented, and when he was on the field did great things, but he just can't stay healthy these days.
They're down and 4. Pitch it to Darius Walker, who's in. And Walker with a nice cut and has the first down for the Texans inside the Denver 40-yard line, where Abdullah finally gets him. So Darius Walker on the toss picks up the Houston first.
Well, that time Eric Winston, the right tackle, out in front on that play, and good mobility. Boy, it really, you see in the NFL, teams very seldom try to run outside because the linebackers and shoot, even the defensive linemen can run these days. But that picked up a big first down.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground with Walker.